This week in Jamaica Now, Jamaican soars among Delta's youngest pilots. The story of Marlon Dean Days and his words of inspiration for other aspirants.
Be determined, stay hungry, stay focused, and just try to do the best you can.
Warren Weir in controversial police traffic stop in Trelawny. The domino effect, Wheatley walks, the Nisal boss and the SMA chairman amid the energy scandal. The Prime Minister summons the boards. Petrojam's $23 million party. Details of the Gleaner investigation. Fire at Riverton again. What different the government is doing this time round.
We're not going to shy away from the issues that have plagued our landfill over the years.
And remembering musical giant Carrot Jarrett. I'm Damian Mitchell and this is Jamaica Now. It's the story that went viral this week. A Portland boy, Marlon Dean Days, living his dream in the skies. At the age of 25, Days is among Delta Airlines' youngest pilots. At the age of 5, he had decided that he would one day be working in the cockpit. Days says it was a turbulent rise, growing up with a single mother, but together they rode the waves. And he is encouraging other young aspirants to follow their dreams.
Be determined, stay hungry, stay focused, and just try to do the best you can, because you never know what the world has in store for you. You know, even though I believed it and I tried, I just didn't expect to be where I am, especially so soon at this age. Like, it's just such a blessing, and I'm humbled by it. I'm grateful.
Olympian Warren Weir was at the center of controversy this week following the release of a video during a police traffic stop in Trelawny. In the video, a police corporal called Weir's behavior atrocious and unbecoming.
Look at this person properly. Is this the Warren Weir who represents Jamaica?
What are you trying to say? What,
are you the person, sir?
And?
Are you the athlete Warren Weir?
And what?
Are you that person,
I'm Warren Weir,
sir?
Jamaica.
The ambassador of Jamaica?
I'm Warren Weir, Jamaica.
My God of heaven.
Weir ridiculed the cop and claimed that he was ignoring protocol.
You know, so you're yet to ask for identification. You realize that? You do realize that, though?
Sir,
you do realize that?
Our operational standards.
Oh, no, I'm saying to you.
Vehicle, person, and documents. That's our operational
You don't ask for,
standard.
I could be a wanted man.
Sir,
you don't ask for document alone.
My
Just saying.
operational standard will not change.
Just saying.
Vehicle,
okay.
Persons, and documents.
Okay.
Right?
In the meantime, attorney at law Bert Samuel says the police were wrong to search the athlete's car without a reason. Weir was found to have an outstanding ticket, but there was no warrant for his arrest. He was eventually given a ticket for excessive tint, and Weir later issued a statement apologizing to the cops. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has summoned the directors of all energy boards to a meeting next week amid a scandal rocking the portfolio. Holness is now in charge of the Energy Ministry after Dr. Andrew Wheatley was stripped of the responsibilities last month. This week, Wheatley bowed to public pressure and stepped down as a cabinet minister. He had been under scrutiny for his management of the portfolio following the unveiling of corruption at several entities under his stewardship. Meanwhile, Carolyn Warren, the managing director for the National Energy Solutions Limited, has also stepped down following her admission that she had been convicted for 6 offenses, 5 of them drug-related. She had earlier denied it. And this week, the Spectrum Management Authority chairman, Trevor Forrest, also resigned, days after it was revealed that 2 years ago, he sought to improperly insert Warren into the post of administration manager at the SMA. Meanwhile, a Gleaner investigation has revealed that the former leadership of the state-owned oil refinery Petrojam spent more than $23 million for a series of staff events last September. $1.4 million was spent to host a staff party for 25 guests at the upscale Palmyra Resort in Montego Bay, St. James, $5 million at the Hyatt Ziva Rose Hall Resort for accommodation and food for a 4-day staff retreat and board of directors meeting, and $17.1 million to hire an American firm to provide balanced scorecard training and strategic development during the retreat. Details of the spendings by the former leaders of Petrojam were provided to the Gleaner in response to an access to information request. But the company noted that it had only provided the Gleaner with some of the invoices for the 3-day retreat. There was no explanation as to what invoices were omitted or why. The Jamaica Customs Agency is standing by its decision to demand that persons come into its offices to provide electronic verification of the amount that they have paid for goods they ordered online. Several people have complained about the hassle of going into a customs office to log on to prove the legitimacy of their online receipts. But Acting Deputy Commissioner of the Jamaica Customs Agency, Kirk Benjamin, says the Jamaica Customs instituted the check because people have been trying to beat the system with fictitious receipts. There were several days of hellish experiences for some corporate area residents this week after the Riverton City dump was set on fire on Sunday. Smoke blanketed sections of Kingston, St. Andrew and St. Catherine and sent asthmatics scurrying for refuge. Police investigators are probing claims that the fire was deliberately set after a flammable liquid was found at one of 2 areas where fire broke out. In the meantime, local government minister Desmond McKenzie says it appears arsonists were trying to make money because they were likely to be contracted to help with putting out the fire.
And we are not prepared to countenance by calling on those individuals to assist in any operations as it relates to the fires.
McKenzie says the Army and the police will now be providing security at Riverton after responders were threatened. And he says private security will be placed at all dumps where drones will also be used to monitor activities there. The nation's political figures have been leading in paying tribute to former third world percussionist Weirton Carrot Jarrett. Jarrett died at the age of 69 on Wednesday at the Andrews Memorial Hospital in Kingston. He fathered 5 children and had been married to his soulmate Alicia Jarrett since 2013. Jarrett also hosted the program Living Well on RJR 94 FM. And that's it for this edition of Jamaica Now, your weekly review of the big news stories. Send us your comments at onlinefeedback@leanerjm.com. You may tune in to Power 106 FM for regular updates. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Jamaica Gleaner and on Facebook at Gleaner Jamaica. I'm Damian Mitchell, and before we go, more from Marlon Dean Days, the Jamaican pilot, now among Delta's youngest.
Aviation for me in the first place, my dream started at 5 when I was on my first flight from Kingston to Miami with Air Jamaica. While boarding the flight, the pilots heard my excitement throughout the cabin and they invited me in the cockpit. And instantly this bond started where I saw all the buttons and all the switches and all the lights, and I just became so fascinated where instantly I knew this is what I wanted to be. I wanted to be a pilot. It was a tough transition for me, you know, being from the countryside with a single mom, you know, in the big city trying to figure stuff out. Just, you know, learning the bus system, learning where to go. I had to ask my friends a lot of times. They would tell me where to go and, you know, how to do it. But it was tough, but it definitely made me stronger and prepared me for, you know, traveling and not being afraid to explore new places. I've made some bonds and some friendships at Wolmer's that I'll never ever forget, and I'll never ever lose it.
What?